Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Dynamo video. We're talking about the NFL Week 2 main slate here on Sunday. We got a ton of games, so we got 5 really good picks for you guys, as always. So stay tuned for all 5 picks. Also, when you're done watching this, check the end card because the Sunday Night Football game video might be out. If it's not, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified for when that video drops because we're going to have really good picks in that one as well. And hey, I'm just one capper giving out picks. We do have a paid VIP Discord that you can get a 1-day free trial to, 24 hours free trial, and then it's less than $1 per day. We have a ton of cappers in there. I'm just one. This is me right here. 9-3 and 1 so far in September on my favorite pick of the day for Prizepicks. But we have a ton of cappers in here. Some guys just starting out. We're always looking for the best cappers for the VIP. So check it out. 1-day free trial, less than $1 after that. And we've been going absolutely crazy in there. Ton of big wins. Giving picks on all sports as well, not just NFL. But for this one, I think a really disrespectful line here. 177.5 for Justin Fields, taking the over against Tampa Bay, who some people might be a little afraid of because they kind of shut down the Vikings, who have a good offense, and beat them in week 1. But if we look at that game, they still allowed Kirk Cousins to throw for 344 yards. And Justin Fields, last game, and wasn't a good game for him, he threw for 216 yards and 37 attempts, which we really love to see. I think this line of 177 is somewhat based on last year. If we look at his game log, remember 37 passing attempts. If we look at last year, what they're letting Justin Fields do, the most passes he ever attempted in a game all of last year was 28. And that was kind of an outlier. There's a lot of games where he threw 23 or less. I would say the majority of games he threw 23 or less passes last year. He threw 37 in week 1, got 216 yards, but I think it was like a really bad game, maybe a floor game for Fields this year. So I think this line is a little off here, and I think it's kind of based on last year. This year's much different for what they're going to be doing in the pass game, and I love to stack players up. So if I think Fields is going to throw for a lot more yards than that, I'm going to go to one of his receivers. We could go to DJ Moore here, 43.5. He only got 2 targets, 25 yards last game. Or we could go to Mooney, some guy he's more familiar with, 33.5 receiving yards. He had, let's just pull it up because we already have it up. He had 7 targets last game, 53 yards, so we could go there as well. I think I would be more comfortable going with Mooney just because we did see 7 targets from him and he's played more with Fields and his line is 10 yards lower, so I'm going to lock in Looney here. For our third pick, we're going to use a really nice tool over here from OddsJam, which helps you build a lot of slips out. So it's really close between Moore and Mooney at 50.52% chance versus 50.41% chance. You could see how OddsJam works. They compare it to lines from all these other sports books. FanDuel actually has it at 35.5 instead of 33.5. But then you got Pinnacle over here really liking DJ Moore. I like both these guys. I'm going to go to Mooney though. And then OddsJam's favorite pick is going to be Rayshon Jenkins over 6 tackles plus assists. All these other sites have him at 5.5 to go over 5.5. And they have him, minus 150, minus 157, minus 155. So I really think it's going to hit 6 with the potential to go way over 6 as well. If we look at Rayshon Jenkins, last game he had 5 tackles combined, but he didn't have any assists. So he had 5 solo tackles. I think he can be in line for some assists here, So I'm going to take this OddsJam. It's their favorite pick. That's going to be our third pick to lock in over here. And if you want to try out that OddsJam, you get a 7-day free trial on OddsJam. Just use the link down below. You also get 25% off with my code. So look for that if you're interested in OddsJam. All right, for my next pick, we're going back to another quarterback receiver stack. Josh Allen, 256.5 passing yards against the Raiders. And the Raiders, they're just not a very good football team, but they can put up some points here. This game might be a blowout, but I do think that Josh Allen's going to have a big day, bounce back from a terrible outing where he threw 3 picks. Could definitely see this one going pretty far over for Josh Allen here. Last week it was not a good game. He threw 3 picks, but still managed 236 yards in a bad game. So imagine if he had a good game. That's going to go way over that. And if he didn't throw 3 picks, if he only threw 2 picks, he probably would have gone over that 255 mark because he would have had some longer drives, more opportunities, all that. So I do like Josh Allen. Just hopefully it's not a complete blowout so we can get Allen throwing a lot of passes here, but the guy I'm going to stack him with is pretty obvious here. Stephon Diggs, 74.5 receiving yards, taking the over. He went way over in, again, a bad game. He had 102 yards in that one. If we pull up Stephon Diggs, how many times did he have 74 yards or more last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games during the regular season. He had 74 or more yards. And they're in a great matchup here. He should just keep going to Diggs early and often throughout the whole game. Hopefully it stays pretty close, so they'll have to keep throwing to him, in the fourth quarter. But I think even in 3 quarters, Diggs could easily go over this total. And I really like him with Josh Allen. I think they're in line for a huge bounce back game. They're probably pissed, and they're going to have a stomping of the Raiders is my prediction here. And you have to have some kind of game script when you're making these slips and doing your prize picks over here. So again, I'm just one capper. We have like 10 cappers that we're always bringing in new and the best cappers for the VIP and Dynamo. You get that 1-day free trial. It's 24 hours long, and then after that it's less than $1 per day. So get in there. We've been killing it, and we want you guys in there. We're trying to build a huge community in the VIP Discord especially. So get over there. That'll be linked down below and the pinned comment. Now let's do a quick recap of our picks. We got Stephon Diggs over 74.5 receiving yards with Josh Allen. Thinking it's going to be a huge bounce back game. These two are absolutely going to go off against the Raiders. We got Rayshon Jenkins. All these sportsbook have him at 5.5. OddsJam helped us find this one, and they have it like minus 157 to go over 5.5, which looks like a safe play here from Jenkins. OddsJam's a great tool. Check it out, link down below. Then we got another stack here. Fields, I think they're disrespecting him. 37 pass attempts. Last game, last season, his high was 28, so definitely I think that they're basing this more on last year than what they're going to be seeing this year from the Bears passing offense. I'm going to pair him with Mooney. You could also go DJ Moore. Mooney is 10 less yards than Moore, though, and saw more targets, and he's more familiar with Fields. So I'm going to Mooney in this one, and that's going to be my 5 picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe. Check this end card. The Sunday Night Football video might be out that you can watch right now, and I'll see you guys in the next one.